Hey everybody, and welcome this week to SpongeBob SquarePants Supersponge. Now this was a game that was released on the PS1 originally, and of course I'm emulating it here in 2025, but this was a very basic PlayStation 1 platforming game, of course featuring SpongeBob SquarePants and the whole cast of the show. At least the early seasons. I don't know so much about the newer stuff. Of course this game released in something like 1999, 1998. So it's pretty old, but it's actually a pretty cool blend of like Sonic. I like the 2.5D artwork that's in the game. Of course, the old SpongeBob artwork I think everybody likes. And then the new 3D-ish artwork. But I won't keep us here for forever. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start us a new game here, but as I open up the game, it's going to have a couple of cutscenes, and I'm going to try my best to let the intro video play out, but it might not play out, or YouTube might not like it because it does have scenes from the TV show in it. So if that doesn't happen, well, we'll just open up the game proper. So enjoy.
Here we are at Bikini Bottom, and today we will be following my favorite creature, SpongeBob SquarePants, on his adventures around Bikini Bottom. Today, he is in search of the best birthday present ever for his best friend, Patrick. The question is, how far will he go for his best friend?
Gary, I just had a great idea about what to get Patrick for his birthday.
Oh, no, not you again. Just keep the noise down. What do you want?
It's my best friend Patrick's birthday, and a signed photo of his favorite superheroes would be the best thing ever.
Well, we are a bit busy right now. No rest for superheroes. Well, I know that Mermaid Man might consider signing one for a superhero snack.
Peanut butter. Tomatoes, jelly.
Like a calculator. You can count on it. Meow.
Okay, so at least we have a very basic idea of what we're doing here, so I don't see any reason not to open up the game. The game takes place across these chapters. There are 4 levels per chapter, and then a bonus level in each of those chapters. I'm going to give you a rough overview on how to get those bonus levels, and I'm going to be going through the bonus levels, but I'm not going to be unlocking all of them. I'll explain that soon enough. So, opening up here, we've got, well, as I said before, some very basic platforming in that we can run around, we can look up and down, which is marginally helpful later on, and we can run into different characters who give us different things and advise us in different ways. I'm not going to be quiet for these kind of cutscenes. They're not really that interesting. This is Squidward kind of well, lambasting isn't the best word, but like, you know, not happy to see SpongeBob as usual. So this is introducing us to our first little tool that we can use here. I actually don't like this one very much, but we can use it to catch jellyfish and then throw them at enemies. The jellyfish in the environment, even on levels where you don't have the ability to have the net, you can still, like they're still in the level. So like there might not be a net in this level, but there will almost always be jellyfish. So we can throw them at enemies. That's our first way to combat enemies, or I guess maybe not our most basic. Our most basic is the butt bounce, which we actually have to activate whenever we want to use it by pressing the jump button again once we're already in the air. So I've kind of gone over a little bit, you know, what our weapons do and stuff, but what I haven't talked about is in the top left, which are the spatulas. So we have 27 in total right now, and every level in the game, there are 100 spatulas. Now, we had talked a little bit about the different chapters in the game. So we're in chapter 1. At some point, if we want to unlock the bonus level for chapter 1, we have to get at least 60 spatulas on a given level. Now I misinputted there. Didn't mean to try to catch a jellyfish when I meant to throw him. Anyway, in specifically this level here, I'm going to try my best to get as close to 100 as possible, just so I can give you like a rough idea of, I don't know, kind of like what it means to collect spatulas and stuff. Now on the later levels, I'm not going to bother or account for it because I actually already have the bonus levels unlocked on an alternate save. So you might consider that kind of lame, but I'll tell you, it is very frustrating to sit and kind of grind out these levels for the spatulas. Now what I am going to do as kind of, well, I mean, I'm not really doing you any favors. I could do you a favor and actually show you how to unlock those. Easy. How to collect golden spatulas to unlock those bonus levels, but I'm not going to be doing that. What I'm going to be doing is just showing you which levels that I had done it on instead, so that you have an idea of what I personally consider to be the easiest missions to hit those criteria on, because it goes up and up per chapter. So for example, we're on chapter 1 right now, as we've already discussed. In chapter 2, you have to collect 70 spatulas in one level, and then in chapter 3, 80, 4, 90. Oops, but we're looking for, I believe, tomatoes next anyway. We just collected, I think it was jelly, or maybe we're going to go for the peanut butter next. I guess it doesn't really matter. Yay, we got all 100 spatulas, which means that we got an extra life. Now, our tools don't carry over between levels, but we do get a new kind of collection of tools per level usually. So this is our second normal level, but you'll notice because I hit the criteria to unlock a bonus level that we have a bonus level available to us. Now something kind of neat about the bonus levels, they all take place in the same general area, Six Clams Adventureland, but they're all usually a different little fun mini game. So we have a Balloon World glove balloon, or Glove World balloon, I guess I should say. In this level, well, I guess in every level, we have 25 of these little flowers that we have to collect, and that is our kind of bonus currency throughout the game that we can use to unlock additional gifts for Patrick's birthday, so that's kind of cute. Now, you know, I didn't collect all of the flowers on one go-around, so I'm only going to show this for this level, don't worry. But we can actually go back into that level. We're deciding on different gifts to purchase Patrick here. I actually don't know what a lot of these are. I especially don't know what this is. But this is like, you know, a little sandwich slice, a little cupcake. I think we'll only be able to get the first 3 off the first bonus level. A gift of some kind, no clue. A cake, a balloon, and some like ribbons, it looks like. So like I said, I already have a save where I have the bonus levels unlocked, so I'm just going to do it. I'm going to show them off in that way in another save because I don't feel like racking my brain trying to unlock all of the bonus levels. I kind of understand that that's a little bit lame, but that's about been my concession for this game is like, I don't know. It's more lame in my opinion to watch me try and grind a level because I am playing this on an emulator, so I did use save states to hit the totals for the spatulas that I need to get in every level, because what kept happening is I would get like 70% of the way through a level and then I would get hit by one stupid ass enemy and then I would have to redo the whole thing. So I force-ended the level there by going all the way to the right, which is where the exit was, and now we can purchase a cupcake for Patrick. So I guess they call them tokens. I think they were supposed to be flowers in the show. I'm not so certain. They're the things that are like up in the sky in the background during a lot of shots. Now speaking of backgrounds, this game does feature obviously a lot of loading, but the backgrounds for those loading screens are really pretty and super indicative of the time period of not only the game but SpongeBob as well. So we have Sandy here, and she's telling us not to forget our helmet. Now I was kind of curious if you avoid this helmet if you would be able to go in here without any trouble. And that picking that up is actually what kind of causes you to have some trouble in this area. So you can see I've got a helmet up in the top right, and it's kind of slowly going down, right? Well, if that reaches the bottom, I believe I instantly die. I actually haven't faced that kind of a difficulty in a long time. Like I haven't even been close to dying in this game, especially in this level, for a long time. Now, that isn't to say that it couldn't possibly happen. And again, I'm not going to go through and try and get every try and get every spatula in every single level, so don't worry about that. Oh, 5 seconds. Oh, 4 seconds. Ah, I made it just in time. It's also kind of cool that it fills. So like, let's say I'm only missing a little bit in the helmet, for example. It will only take just like a couple brief seconds to refill, like right here. But if I'm missing like a whole bunch in the helmet, then it'll take a couple longer seconds to get it. Like, I guess several seconds might be the word. Now, this is kind of why I, that's what I mean by getting like, 40%, 50% through a level, get hit one time. Now, I'd also mention that this game is similar to Sonic in that regard, since I've now been hit once. We kind of like explode in spatulas, similar to how Sonic explodes in rings in his game. I like Sandy's tree dome here. It's pretty cool. I just collected an extra life. I don't know if I mentioned the extra lives earlier. This game kind of... Oh, I didn't even realize that my water was so low. Something that I didn't... Or something that this game kind of reminds me of... now, after having played a lot of the PlayStation 1 games, Rayman is another game that it kind of reminds me of, the original Rayman. I suppose, also, as I already mentioned, the original Sonics are, like, pretty standout in terms of, like, inspiration. And I thought there was another... honestly, I was thinking, like, a Mario game of some kind, but now I can't remember that either. But anyway, that has been the level, and we have collected the peanut butter. And we are going to kelp lettuce off in the Fishhook Park. Now, these levels, of course, as you might guess, get incrementally easier. Yeah, the levels only get easier from here, folks. Only get harder from here. I actually never beat this game, ever. But I have seen videos of like the different levels and stuff, and the different bosses and shit. I think the furthest I ever made it was like Chapter 4. I didn't have a memory card for my PlayStation 1 at this time, and so it made it kind of difficult because I would have to beat the game all in one sitting. Now this game, I did see and say that there is lives in it, right? It also features kind of like a continue-based system. So let's say, I think I can see, yeah, I have 7 underwear, which means 7 lives. So let's say that I lose all 7 of those lives. I'm then offered the opportunity to continue at like a little screen that's like, oh, where'd you go, SpongeBob? And it will re-credit me 5 more lives, but it takes away one of like my revive credits. It's really complicated the way that lives work, and you have 3 revive credits. It's kind of like at a like an arcade a little bit. So I have 3 revive credits, so I can get game overed, like full game overed 3 times. And once you do, I believe that. I think that save is cooked. So, and I never had like a memory card at that time. Anyway, I've had like 3 different PlayStation 1s, especially as like a kid. I think that's what I'm comparing it to, is that I had 3 different PlayStation 1s as a little ass kid. I do think the fish hooks can take you off screen and it'll deal damage to you, which is a kind of cute little, nod to the show this episode with the fish hooks in particular. Now, if we land on those like barbed things underneath of us, I'm not sure what they're supposed to be, maybe sea urchins or something, they will also deal damage. Now, I mentioned also that this game features kind of like a breed. Oh, I actually fucking hate this area because these things like really like to ding you for damage. I might just try and get away with invincibility frames. Okay, so now we're looking for bread because we need that to make a sandwich, of course. Now we knew the 3 ingredients that Mermaid Man wanted. He wanted peanut butter, he wanted jelly, and he wanted lettuce. Now we need bread to kind of bring it all together. That's usually the theme for all these levels, is that we're doing little picayune like chores for Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Damn, we're up to 9 lives already. Cool. Now it is nice because like they do like each level I do feel kind of shakes it up. Now this level is kind of funny because I feel like both paths that you can take in this level really both suck in their own way, which we'll be showing off here. Now, I have played SpongeBob SquarePants, at least on this channel. That's what I'm talking about. I've played on this channel, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Ah, shit, I got hit by something. Oh, and there's a car down here. Okay, but I managed to pick up my... Oh, I can't believe how unlucky was that. Wow. Okay, I was worried that it had bugged out there. So I had played SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom for this channel, but not the old, well, they're all old now, I guess, aren't they? Not the, are you again? Not the one that's for consoles that most people really like, but the one that was actually for PC. I like that one. I also did like Battle for Bikini Bottom. I just, I don't have as much knowledge about that one. Oh, I keep hitting my head on the roof there. I promise I'm not that bad at video games, kind of generally. So I said that going up and down both kind of suck. Now, I hate these enemies. I guess they're kind of like squids, right? I don't kind of get their deal. A lot of the enemies, like my problems with them is I don't understand their patterns necessarily, and I double, triple certainly don't understand like kind of, well, I'm glad to get the iframes. I don't sometimes understand how they work. I also think that like if you pause the game, it accounts for your iframes there. So anyway, we're getting close to the end of this level. On the top, we have tons of those squid enemies to deal with, and on the bottom, we have cars that we usually have to deal with. So it's a pain, and I keep hitting my head like on a fucking roof of all these buildings, which is a really, I don't know, really odd. But anyway, we made it through, so no more bitching from me. So this is really cool. On the 4th level of every level, or each chapter, we have a boss battle. Now, you get these little bestiaries, boss hints from the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boys Superhero Handbook, Mother Jellyfish. So be very, very careful around the very rare Mother Jellyfish. This is a kind of dumb boss battle. Try to scare it away by throwing whatever you can at it. Perhaps the monster is scared of jellyfish. You mean the Mother Jellyfish is scared of jellyfish? Okay, so they weren't thinking too hard with this one, I kind of feel. But it does give you an idea of what you're supposed to do, which is, I guess, kind of nice. Deal damage to it any way that you can. I also think that you can butt bounce on this enemy, but that's a little bit more dangerous because, you know, obviously it's like an enemy that gets off a little bit on dealing damage to you as you get kind of closer to it. Now, my only issue is that I don't normally, well, not normally, I don't oftentimes have you know, jellyfish just kind of readily available to me. A lot of times what I would do as a kid is like kind of squirrel away into a corner and wait for the jellyfish to spawn, which looks like I'm re-implementing here. And then I would come in and just kind of toss as many jellyfish as I can. Now, it is nice, the same way as it is with the Sonic games, it is nice that you can just re-pick up your rings and stuff for like these boss battles. I don't think Sonic the Hedgehog, the original at least, that's the only one I'm super familiar with, had like rings that you could collect during a boss battle similar, or like unlike this one where I have, you know, these golden spatulas off to the side that I'm able to collect. I do plan on eventually playing the original Battle for Bikini Bottom for the channel. I don't think I'm going to play the rehydrated one. They're both fine. I just like the art style of the original a little bit better. Still just kind of keeping my eye open for jellyfish. I guess I could probably butt bounce this guy to end things. Oh, and I landed right on the bread. How lucky was that? Cool, so there's going to be another cutscene here directly as we go back to Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, and I will let that play out.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh!
Back already? That is definitely a sandwich fit for a superhero. Gonna need to think of something to test your superhero potential. And keep busy. Look, MM is not in great superhero condition at the moment, and he could really do with some pampering. Some kelp cream and a facial. Not for me, you understand.
I'm on my way.
It was always funny to me just how ready and willing SpongeBob was. Of course, he's that way in the shows too, but in this game, just to kind of like, you know, it's clear that Barnacle Boy is just sending SpongeBob on errands because he, like Squidward, is annoyed with SpongeBob. Mermaid Man, I think, has always had kind of the characterization of him where he's just like, they're both good superheroes, but they're just both kind of old. So anyway, Coral Blower is a very half and half tool. Actually, I would argue that it sucks more than anything. So you can suck up certain things around the map and then shoot them. Let's see what Mr. Krabs has to say here. He is giving us this. Plankton's up to his old tricks again. So then we can like aim this tool to shoot whatever we've collected. There are a few different things you can shoot. I think like sea urchins is one of them, and then I just really I really don't like that weapon very much. It makes you feel very weighty, like you have an extreme weightiness to you. Now I'm going to go to the left here and hope that we don't need that coral blower. I definitely don't think it expects you to carry it this far, which is good for me. You feel way heavier, like you've got it's like you're walking on ice the whole time. But that's kind of the gimmick for Chapter 2, a little bit, is to use that tool. I actually don't know if it makes an appearance outside of Chapter 2, so, wow, this music's really nice. And like I said, the kind of like foreground 2D mixed with like the background 2D, the old SpongeBob art style, very pretty. I needed to collect one of these shells, a little bit finicky to get there, but I was able to manage to grab one. I'm going to shoot to break that wall and then get rid of it. I pretty much like to ditch those just as soon as I'm able to. This is our opportunity for a bonus life here. I am going to go ahead and just do it. It's not very difficult. Now, I think you're sort of supposed to do this in the opposite direction. It's just telling us what I just did there. SpongeBob's then saying that Gary can come across them, so you might be kind of getting an idea of what the bonus objective here is, and it's really just for an underwear. You can beat the level without doing this bonus objective, and I keep missing the whatever that is. I think SpongeBob might have called it a barricade or something. Okay, I'm going to pick up another one. Just make sure that we can get Gary to his fishbowl. Can I still... Oh, I cannot butt bounce, so we'll just drop that so that I'm able to butt bounce. Yes, and I'll need another star here. Or, I guess, like I said, I guess that's an urchin or something like that. We're reaching the end of my aquatic knowledge, of which almost all of it comes solely from SpongeBob. Okay, and there's Gary's fishbowl. So, all we have to do then, now that we've laid the groundwork, is go bust Gary out of where he is, which was over by the checkpoint which we collected earlier. Now, we can talk to Gary. We tell him to follow us. So I think that you're supposed to do this kind of backwards. Like, I think the game anticipates that you'll bust Gary out of here and then you'll walk him to where you're supposed to go. So it's supposed to be more nerve-wracking. Like, use your gun, shoot that thing up above us, shoot the sea urchin that's coming, shoot the other barricade that's here. This game, it's not that hard, like, now that I've played a bunch of video games, but I remember whenever I had the PlayStation 1 thinking that this game was pretty difficult. Now not so much, but at the time, I thought this was really hard. I do think there'll be a couple levels, like, where I choked really badly there. For example, earlier on the SpongeBob City level, maybe it was the Bikini Bottom level, I don't know what they call it. Cool, so if we get Gary to here, gives us an underwear and extra life, and I forgot that we have to break the barrier here, so I'm a little bit surprised that it kept my reef blower all the way back here. I sort of figured it would respawn, but that's okay with me. At least it's not absent, completely disappeared. So, we're able to break this, and we've got a new checkpoint here. And I got hit by that thing. For some reason, the damage thing sound effect isn't really going off, and sometimes if I get hit and then I pick up a golden spatula immediately, it doesn't have the golden spatula pickup sound effect. It's kind of a little bit buggy in that regard. I think in between the time that I last did a PlayStation 1 game emulated and now I used a different emulator, this one is kind of nice. I like it a little bit. It's a little bit buggy on the saves though, which has me sort of worried. Now, I should be able to do this game in particular all in one sitting, so I'm not worried about that, but if I were to ever use this for another playthrough, I'm worried about it. So, keeping my eye towards the below us, because there are spikes and pitfalls and all manner of hazards as we progress through these levels. Now, I do know that we are looking for what do they call them? Reef blowers? I know that we're looking for a reef blower before we go down here. I don't remember what we're looking for here, though. So maybe this is like another way that you can come down. Maybe. Hopefully I don't have to Oh, great. There went all my golden spatulas. Oh, wow. Hopefully I don't have to go all the way up there. Maybe I do have to go up there. This is an easy level to get lost on. But I'll tell you this. In this area, there is this level, which I consider to be kind of nitpicky in terms of like the back and forth that you have to do. Kind of, I think that enemy there in particular has taken the most golden spatulas for me yet. No, in terms of like nitpicky, like levels where you have a really specific direction, you have to get. Oh, I was so close to the reef blower earlier. Where you have to play the level in a hyper-specific way, and it's like this one in particular I sort of feel like is kind of slow. There's a later level in this catalog of levels, this chapter of levels, that is the complete opposite. You can skip most of it, so that's kind of my contention, or concession here in terms of like, you know, I understand this level in particular has been a little boring. Shit, we just went over this way for some underwear, which means we probably have to go to the left there. Okay, guess we'll just wait on this. I also kind of like the music for here as well. I've always thought this about the SpongeBob game, is that the art looks really pretty and the music is really nice. I guess we're going to be ditching that spatula there. Not worth it for me to. Oh boy, this is a gamble. This is a fucking hell of a gamble, because these enemies here, they're like the bane of my existence. They're so hard to predict because they like to roll and they like to. There's a crab variant of that crab enemy there, and the later version is even more annoying. So I'm ditching the reef blower, crossing my fingers, hoping that we don't need it in the future. I kind of understand that this game is sort of boring, but it's also not very long. Like if I was watching somebody play this, so it probably won't be that bad in terms of like content that people can enjoy. I like it for the bosses, and like I said, the differing art styles, and then like as I was playing this more recently to get used to the controls for this playthrough and to also set up that save that I was talking about, I kind of realized that, like, you know, this is a straight vibe of the old SpongeBob. Like, if you want old SpongeBob vibes without necessarily just watching the show, this is probably where you'll get it. So we're already we already have some experience with settle down, Patrick. We already have some experience with this balloon here, this balloon world or glove world balloon. Something with people like this, we can re-talk to them and it'll give us another one of the tools that they gave us. Now, that's not always true though, which gets really annoying later on in a mission where Mr. Krabs shows up and gives us some squeaky boots, because if we don't use them pretty well immediately, we run into issue where the like that level becomes significantly harder because we can't re-get the tool. Now I'm gonna ditch the reef blower. Did I even use it for anything there? The problem with the reef blower kind of is that, like, you can't butt bounce for one. You have way less control over yourself in the air suddenly, and on the ground for that matter. Gotta watch the roof here a lot. I guess we'll go down. We'll hope that this is the direction I have to go. Too many split pathways in this game. A lot of split pathways. It sucks whenever you get to the end of a split pathway and you're like, oh fuck, I did all that for an extra life. See, like there, for example, I don't think I got anything out of that. I accidentally dropped the new balloon that I got. That's okay. I was saying that I really like the music for this. I don't even know what some of the later levels kind of sound like, because I had only really played these newer or the earlier levels in kind of contrast. So what did I say? We needed 60 golden spatulas for chapter 1. This is chapter 2. So if I happen chance get 70 golden spatulas, like I said, I'm not going to bust my balls trying to get them, but if I happen to get 70 golden spatulas, I'll go ahead and show off the bonus level for this area. No reason not to. Okay, now I just said I'm not going to bust my balls, but I swear if I'm one golden spatula off, I'm going to be so upset. This is an okay room in comparison, because we get a bunch of the glove world balloons. I think also towards the end of this, because I think this is the level that I like to do the to collect all the golden, or collect enough golden spatulas on, but it does have a compound issue where, like, I think you can get hit by enemies pretty easily at the very end of this level. This game sort of suffers from, like, the camera is a little bit too much, like, right on top of SpongeBob all of the time. It should be maybe... oh, boy. with that, like there, for example, like if I came falling down here instead of just like gliding down, oh my god, I would have probably hit that enemy smack dab, or at least I had a much better chance of hitting that enemy smack dab. Alright, so we're at the very end of this level, and I think that with the reef blower, okay, oh, this is where I have an issue, because we've got another slug, right? Okay, let me just grab the tool and get out of here. You can easily slide into that enemy. And it looks like I only missed like 13 spatulas here, which is really fucking good. Something that's kind of annoying for here is that you have to keep backtracking and you can only bank one projectile at a time. At least you only have to do this 3 times. For some reason I was thinking it was 4. Whoops, gotta suck it up all the way. Alright, and then we can shoot, and there it goes. Alright, jump on top of these bubbles and get the, this is like some kind of like a beauty spa equipment for Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Okay, Acrid air pockets. I think I remember that level, but at the same time, I'm not so sure. We'll be there soon enough. I do think I'm going to dip off and do the bonus level for here just kind of while I'm here. I don't know if I'll sit down and I will grind out entirely that bonus level just yet, but we'll see what happens. Okay, 6 Clams Adventureland. As I already mentioned, this is like the same kind of like we're in a theme park, but it's a different level. The roller coaster. I can't remember. Oh, this one is a little bit of a pain to get all of them. Okay, easy now. Yeah, see, like I just missed one there. That's fine. I'm not going to bust my balls just trying to get this one, but I am going to complete the level, I think, just so you can see it. Like I said, I already have a save that has these 100% collected, and then it's like a matter of like, you know, whichever bonus levels I miss as I am going through this game, I'll just pick up on that save file. So you are going to get to see all the levels. You just might not get to see me collect each and every one of these. What do they call it? Like bonus points, I think it was. They're the little flower things. On the bright side, I think I've only missed one, so we're doing really good. Each one of these has 25 of those flowers in total. If you die in a bonus level, it doesn't penalize you a life, so that's really nice. You can go back, you can play through these levels like without any kind of a concern that you'll have to redo them, thankfully. Damn, yeah, I can't believe I only missed one. So what does that bring me up to in terms of total? Because I don't remember how many I had left over earlier. I have 12 plus 16. We'll just go ahead and grab the gift, I guess. And then we've got whatever that is. Looks like Jello, honestly. Cool, let's just move on. I've got half of those items. So let me think. We got the bonus level, and now we're moving into proper 2-3, right? Chapter 2, level 3. Yeah. And I said that I thought I knew all these levels. I think I know this one. This one should be the hella easy one where we get introduced to squeaky boots, which are some of the most cheatsy doodle item in the game. This is, I don't know, this is a interesting area to say the least. So that's an insta-kill, right? That's going to put us right back at the beginning. Now, what I like to do is use my invincibility I get from the starting a level and activate that so I don't have to worry about getting chased. It's okay. Like I don't get frustrated with it because I've got my own little cheese for it, but you might think that this is kind of an easier level to get the spatulas on, but as you've probably already seen, it's kind of easy to get hit by enemies in this level, so I don't know. I just, like I said, that last level was the one that I kind of like to collect the spatulas for on it. I've got a personal favorite for each of the areas that I think are easier or harder than others. Here is a new tool. We can make our own platforms to jump on now. Like I can create stairs similar to how there are already stairs there, and then I can climb up them. I think I can climb up on this left side here to get a bonus life, but that would use all my bubbles and kind of be a waste of time, so I'm not going to do that. Just going to continue this level, I think. I also think that if I had to guess, this is in pursuit of some golden spatulas, and yes, you guessed it, another extra life. Alright, cool. We took out that octopus. Wow, I'm kind of coming close to, oh yeah, but then we got knocked out of the air there. That's okay. I was going to say that I'm kind of coming close to, being able to unlock the bonus level off this level too, but, that didn't end up happening. So this is some kind of, like, beauty cream or whatever, and we're looking for false teeth in the lava fields. Alright, so, the next level isn't so bad either. Wow, so pretty, this tiki that's in the background. And then I think it has, I think we only have loading screens for Squidward and SpongeBob's house, but not Patrick's, which is kind of, well, and then I guess we got these, like, tiki-looking things here, too. Alright, to the center of the earth, lava fields. I don't think this level is difficult. If this is my alternate pick for if you want to go back and get all of the golden spatulas in a level, or at least enough to unlock the bonus level. This level, the only thing I don't like about it, it's easy to collect the golden spatulas, but it's got about a half and half on how easy or difficult it is to get hit by an enemy in this level. That's what I meant earlier when I said, like, the only really annoying thing as far as, like, collecting all the golden spatulas in a level is when you get most of the way through it and then you get dinged. Of course, in this level, you know, we have a boss fight, so that's a little bit of a pain too. We have these, like, lava rocks that are going to come out of the lava. It's also kind of annoying because I think that sometimes you have to be so close to them to trigger them, and then other times it's like purely time based. So, like, you know, you could wait in the same place and it'll just come up on a certain amount of, like, a timed interval. I don't know. I've had a lot of different thoughts about them as I kind of, like, you know, played this level a couple of times. So I do like that these barrels, you run the opposite direction on them to go in the direction you want to go. So it's like an interesting kind of platforming challenge for back in the day in that it inverts your left and right controls. So, you know, that's cool. Oh, great. And then I fell down the fucking lava. How unlucky is that? Okay, to the center of the earth, lava fields. Retry that again. I don't know how close or far I was to where I just died. I don't even remember hitting the checkpoint, honestly. I think it might have been right here. There we are. There goes up another lava stone or whatever. Oh, I think I hear the boss up here. So the boss has an annoying sound effect, but it is the sub-shark. It's rumored that this mechanical creature is one of Plankton's creations gone haywire. This thing will swallow you whole, so keep your distance. If only you had a jelly launcher. So you can make mincemeat of this level once you get properly set up. So we have the jelly launcher, right? Something I didn't get to show off earlier is that, okay, careful now. I just, like, pre-fire a little bit. Maybe, man, easy now. I'm getting in my head a little bit with this boss. So once he gets so far off screen, he will charge you. I think what he likes to do is, like, go to one edge of the screen and then charge you. He'll drop these, like, little, I think they're bombs, maybe. Yeah, bombs. You can kind of see him. I'm trying to let him get close enough to the screen, but I also don't want to get hit by him. But you just launched the jelly launcher at him. So what I didn't get to show off earlier was the fact that if you die at a boss fight, provided that you have enough lives, the boss will retain its HP between attempts. So, like, let's say I died right now because I ran out of... wow, I got hit it there again. Scratching my eye. Let's say I died here at this boss fight. He retains his 4 HP that he has, that I just hit him with, which is something that I'm probably actually going to have to do because I only have one more shot in my jelly launcher. So, alright, he is donezo. It kind of sucks that more ammunition doesn't spawn, but I mean, it's kind of whatever. Okay, so I just died. So he should be at 1 HP whenever I respawn. Also, with it, though, the battlefield should still be pretty fucked up. Maybe not so much. Oh, and I got hit there again. That's okay. I expected to. Anyway, I'm going to shoot, and there he goes. There is the teeth. Now, I like... generally the bosses have kind of themed items that you're picking up, so you would think that the sub shark has sharp teeth, so we collect the false teeth from him. The jellyfish mother had jelly, or no, she had bread, maybe not so much.
That is amazing. How did you manage that? Reflecto has nothing on you, kid. You must really love your mate Trevor.
It's, Patrick.
Whatever. Look, we can do with some new uniforms, so how about you pop back to prehistoric Bikini Bottom to see what you can find?
By the power of Neptune and the use of Plankton's time machine, I shall go through time!
Okay, chapter 3. So this is kind of cute. We're going to have another cutscene here that I'm going to let play out, actually, as we open up with Plankton.
Blast you, Sponge Breath! You have found my secret time machine! Whatever you do, make sure you fill it up before you bring it back!
Alright, Bikini Bottom prehistoric time. So, a lot of stuff is going on there. So we went back in time to collect Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy's outfit, and then you get into a kind of time loop thing, whatever, that's not worth thinking about. What is much more kind of cute than that is the fact that that is the time travel machine from the old SpongeBob, or not the old SpongeBob show. I shouldn't keep calling it old. I think people have harped on that kind of fact enough. What's more important is that it's the time machine from the show, actually. Now, I can't remember. Let's see. Squidward got frozen that episode, right? I really shouldn't just sit here and try to remember old-ass SpongeBob episodes, but I'm pretty sure... Oh, great. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to skirt this one, because this is going to be really annoying to try and avoid the spikes. I'm just not going to deal with that. Yes, so Squidward got frozen in the ice locker, right? And then the future was full SpongeBob's. And then he got a time machine, right, that he went back into the past with. So I think that kind of catches us up to at least where the show was at relative to here. Now, here are the squeaky boots that I was talking about. We can get these squeaky boots. They only... last for a little while, the squeaky boots, but they make it so that we don't take any kind of hazard damage from anything that we step on. Now, these only appear in like levels with spikes and stuff, not with like lava, so I don't think it would work for anything like lava, same way as I don't think that it would help for like pitfalls or anything, but they do help as far as like, you know, standing on spikes. So unfortunately, I've kind of lost the plot a little bit. I think I saw briefly where we are slated to use this thing on. Jesus God Almighty! Oh brother, this is going to be one of those playthroughs, I sort of feel, or at least this is going to be one of those levels. Okay, so let me just maybe jump up just a little bit. Always so worried with the weightiness this character has, or not this character, but this item more aptly. Alright, at least we only have to do this the one time, and I don't think we need that tool anymore. Now, I personally really like the, easy now, I really like the Glove World balloon in terms of the way that it helps me navigate a level, but okay, so we are now looking for the scallop bra, which I think Mermaid Man wears. We have to go to the desert wasteland. I think we're coming up on what I consider to be some of my favorite levels in this game. I mean, there's nothing really, in my opinion, that make any of these levels like jaw-dropping special. I do kind of like the bosses in that the bosses like alternate, they usually contrast with the art style. So we had the shark boss before, the jellyfish mother like just kind of fit for the area, which was nice. I'm trying to think the next boss we got the Flying Dutchman as a boss coming up. So we can use karate with this glove. Sorry, when the characters actually talk, it's a little not off-putting, but I always feel like I'm interrupting somebody when they're speaking. That's why at least the cutscenes for here aren't so difficult to manage, because I'm like, oh yeah, I just need to actually shut the hell up while they're talking. So that's the crab variant, as I mentioned before. They're actually kind of easy to deal with if you have a similar X-plane as them, because you could, like, let's say we had a crab enemy on the, oh Jesus, we got a squid enemy behind us. Say I have a crab enemy on the other side here, I just shoot it like that, even though you're not normally supposed to be able to shoot it if you're on the exact same X level. There'll be more examples of that later on, so don't stress yourself out too much trying to understand that analogy or stratagem analogy there. Oh, and we got a crab there that just about nearly had my ass. This is a good example. So I was able to shoot him there, right, because I was kind of like angled squarely with, well, what I'd already described before. But I'm going to try to give an example where me and something else are on the exact same X-plane. Yeah, like, oh, okay, no, maybe I was able to hit it from there. Whatever. Hey, I guess I was wrong. And it's still easy in that regard, at least. I can't remember if this was the level that I like to do the golden spatula collecting on or not. I'm gonna guess not, because I think this level features a tornado, and the tornado is really fucking annoying in terms of like trying to do it damageless. Now we're being chased by a boulder. This one doesn't have super easy cheese the same way as I did something else before. I still think it's following me. I think we need 80 spatulas. Oh, you're kidding me. But I can collect most of them there. 66, damn. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the full 80 on this level, but that's fine. This isn't the level I think that I try to go for the 80 on anyway. And like I said, I think this level features some annoying tornadoes that I'm not going to try to contend with anyway. So, oh, it looks like they're susceptible to the projectiles. Huh. Well, that tornado's gone. Very interesting. I did not know that before now. Well, maybe this level wouldn't be so bad to do projectiles, or to collect the golden spatulas on. Now, I still need 4 golden spatulas to unlock the bonus level for here. Only 1 more to go. Now, I have the balloon here, and I saw a golden spatula here. A couple golden spatulas. Very nice. Okay, nice. We were able to land on top of that one. Very good, very good. We have to be at the very end of this level, I would think. You know, but to be fair, I don't think I like the next level to collect golden spatulas on either. So that's another case there of kind of getting almost hit by bullshit in the level, just because it happened to be off screen. Very lame. No, that isn't it. Okay, cool. So we got the bonus level for here. Maybe I won't have to show that show that alternate save I made after all. Maybe I will, though, because I still need to go back and collect that 1 flower. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So I do think I'm going to dip into the bonus level for here. Hey, we're lucky enough in that I so far haven't had to do this in a very lame way. Now, Tunnel of Love is one that you can die on kind of easily, in my opinion. So there's a good chance that I'm not going to sweat this level, because those hearts there can actually hit you and hurt you. And it's not the first one that I'm even worried about. It's the second heart that I think was giving me trouble before. Let's see, we're at 5 of those flowers. The only thing with the flowers is that, like, if you miss one, like, now I've got to replay the level. I guess it's nice that you don't have to you don't have level or lives to contend with in a level like this, especially considering how much you're going to want to replay them. It's not like another level. See, I just died. I'm going to retry that. I think what I'm going to do for bonus levels is I'm going to give each of them a 2-shotter. And if I'm not able to get all the flowers on it, then I'm just going to kind of pass on it, because, like I said, I already have a save for it. I'm not worried about these levels. It has a non-existent save function in that, like, you know, I pretty much had to do like 2 or 3 minutes worth of progress all at once. So that's kind of lame. So, like, let's say I get all the way up to the end of this level and then die. There's not like a checkpoint that just returns me to 15 seconds before, which is kind of lame in terms of, like, you know, I'm sure my audience doesn't want to see me backtrack that, and I could, I guess, edit it, whatever, but I'd just much rather do it my own way, because these bonus levels aren't that special. The last one I do kind of like, bonus level 4. That's why I have decided to play through all of the bonus levels regardless, like, so that you can see all of them and stuff, but I'm just not gonna worry about 100%ing them on screen. It'll be more fun that way, and I just died. Okay, that's fair enough. Then let's just go ahead and continue on to the next level. The next level being, let's see, I think this next one leads us to the final level, which is inside of like a big worm stomach. So we're looking for Mermaid Man's slippers here. You know, okay, so we got Barnacle Boy's, like, I don't know what that is, like a it's like his, like, pants, underwear. There we go. Underwear is what it is. And then we're getting Mermaid Man's. We got his bra in the last level, and then what is Patrick on about? One bubble wand dipped and ready to go. Wait a minute. What the hell are you doing here, Patrick? This is supposed to be millions of years ago. Continuity. I don't care. I'm just poking fun. Oh my goodness. It is funny. I don't think I've genuinely had this big of a smile on my face doing a playthrough the whole time like I have with this game. Which is funny, because I wouldn't say that this is really that fun of a game. Oh, I'm gonna die here, probably from falling. I need to... Oh, yeah, kill that. That was a big hazard. Yeah, I don't think I've had this kind of fun, this specific kind of fun in a long time. I don't know. It's just like, it's probably, I haven't stressed really for like 1 second in this playthrough, which has been like a lot of fun. Even times when I've like died and stuff, like I haven't had to think that much about like strategy. I think this is the level that I do the do all collectible. Oh shit, you're kidding me? That counts? Oh my goodness. You know, I think it's gotta at least be in part because I like how kind of agreeable the checkpoints are. I like the music. I mean, like, I don't think they put a lot of thought into the gameplay of this necessarily, other than like a very basic, like, they had an idea that they wanted to emulate SpongeBob or Sonic to a certain degree, and like do their own platformer thing with all the characters, IP, and gadgets from the SpongeBob show, but like at the same time, kind of do their own little thing. All right, whatever. I'm just kind of talking about nothing. So this is a pretty good. So like you can see like how SpongeBob is kind of meant to look a little bit like 2.5D here, but then like obviously we have these like SpongeBob faces, which are just pure 2D, which is something that I like. Then we had the mechanical shark as the boss of the last level, which was or the last chapter, which was the 3D, like proper 3D. I think the next boss is maybe a 2.5er or maybe a 2D'er. A lot of the and then the Flying Dutchman I think is maybe another 2.5, but like this one here is like the checkpoints are all like 3D, which is really cool. Not that, I think people probably get where I'm coming from. Yeah, I think this is the one that, you know what, I think this was the area I did collecting golden spatulas on last, and this was the level where I just was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just save state throughout the whole level. So that's what I did. I just save stated and collected all the golden spatulas as I kind of went through it. And then like let's say I had all of them up until now, I just save state in case like an enemy or one of the Jesus, I did that last time too. I keep thinking I'll do it just kind of absent-mindedly, like just being bored, and I'm like, okay, I'll just pretend to hit it, whatever. And it has cost me every time I've done it so far. He thinks that, these are trees that we're coming up on, but nope, it's the inside of I believe a giant whale. Maybe it was meant to kind of be like wasn't there a giant worm in SpongeBob? Okay, so yes, inside the belly of the giant whale, where we're looking for the little starfish that goes on Mermaid Man's nose. Inside the whale, that's right. Ooh, good thing I gotta read that level name. Otherwise, I'm not so sure I would have remembered what this was. So this is kind of cool in that there are little bonus areas if you fall down certain holes in this level. Like that first one that had the spiders coming out of it, I don't think had any bonuses in it, but this does. It is weird because I don't know why you would ever want to jump on that barrel that was down there, but whatever. Not going to split hairs over it. This will continue to spit out spiders, which is kind of annoying. There is a specific enemy type in this level that is very annoying in my opinion. They look like, I think kind of like snakes. Yeah, there it is. I don't know what those are supposed to be. Maybe didn't Mr. Krabs have a pet worm at one point that... I'm thinking of the episode where Mr. Krabs hides like all his money in his mattress, I think. And then he has to go to the hospital and he doesn't have insurance. I'm out of bubbles. Okay, well that's good because I saw we have a jellyfish coming down. Whew, thank goodness. Alright, so I'm going to drop the bubble wand and I guess go down. Is this where... No. Okay, so this is the right direction. I just didn't know if the boss fight was already or not. Okay, easy. I'm trying not to hit the... Whoa, oh, well. Hit something. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just kind of alright with just continuing this level. I was going to try and go for the underwear that was clearly up there, but alright. So we once again have these barrels that we're running across, similar to the lava in that one level. Alright, and then this should probably be the boss fight, right? Yep, yes sir. Parasitic worm. Now there are worms and then there are worms. These guys are big. Mermaid Man insists that he chased one away once by jumping on it. I can't remember what the tech is with this one. I think like you kind of want to generally be around that center area. That's like a good, it's reverse. What's that game called? That old shitty game for like Atari or whatever. It's like Snake or something like that. It has its own invincibility frames. This boss does, so you can't hound on it the same way that you would like maybe another boss. I guess, you know, I couldn't like open up the gat on that last boss either and just like hit it a whole bunch, but so maybe all the bosses have iframes in that regard, but like this one, what kind of makes it annoying a little bit is that you just can't like keep bumping it over and over again. Okay, come on down here. I said that it was like Snake because the more damage that you deal to it, the smaller its hitbox becomes to be able to hit. Like we're breaking off the different little parts of it there. Like right now it only has 5 parts including its head. It's got like, you know, a back end and like now it's got 3 back end parts in its head. If I hit it again, it'll have 2 back end parts in its head. Alright, just as long as I keep walking away from those little things with at least 1 golden spatula, will be fine. Okay, so it's down to the final 2 hits, which isn't, I really like, I wish that I had had a memory card for this game, or at least I hadn't thought this game was as hard, because the boss fights, I always remember thinking, especially this one, that they were like particularly difficult, and I was like, I have no idea how you're even supposed to beat this game, but considering that, you know, it retains its HP between lives, like, you know, this isn't that bad a boss fight, all things considered. Watch me get hit here and then bitch, watch me die and then bitch, oh, I killed it, cool. Alright, so we now have the nose, which should be the last of the clothes that Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy need. Alright, another cutscene.
Surprise! I'm back! Look what I have got for you!
Look, kid, you're beginning to bug me now. One of my favorite kelp bars would be great. Hey, kid, you can only get them in Bikini Bottom.
I'm on my way!
You know, I'm not a big fan of them or anything, but it does remind me of the Sam Hyde voice line, I'm on my way! Alright, so Chapter 4, we're on the hunt for a kelp bar. You might think we're looking for coins, but that's not the case. It was also very cute to see Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy hiding there from us in that last cutscene. Very clearly, I don't know why they just don't sign the thing, but fucking whatever. I should have just opened this level up. Road to Rock Bottom. So, it's funny, I think there surely had to been a miscommunication in the voice lines and stuff, because Barnacle Boy says that they're only found in Bikini Bottom, which I never thought of Rock Bottom as not Bikini Bottom, but I guess it's kind of not, isn't it? Now, I had mentioned before that there is a level, didn't mean to do that. There's a level where you can skip most of the level, and I thought that that was going to be this level, but apparently I'm not as knowledgeable about this level as I thought I was. Yes, here we go. There's the level transition. And then it looks like we're going to the right from here. I should have probably made more use out of my squeaky boots. Oh, brother. Alright, well, at least we got 1 golden spatula there. Alright, there we are. Very nice. Once again, was getting a little bit worried there. Alright, so we have bridged our way up to here, and then we're on the right side. I don't think there's any freebies in terms of, like, I can fall down, especially not without any squeaky boots from here. It is nice because you can kind of skip most of this level. I don't think this is a level you want to do golden spatulas on, especially considering that, well, we haven't really had a ton of experience with it yet, but there's this enemy type here that can just kind of like blast you, similar to the, that's what I get for getting greedy, similar to the enemy type that almost shot Gary from the caves earlier, if you happen to remember that area. It's what I get for trying to skip a bunch of this level. It really is. Okay, so right here, but we don't want to keep falling down. We want to go to the right. That's right. Probably because we have level transition, or like maybe even the end of the level coming up. Okay, so we have, yeah, see, we're getting shot by something. It's these like little cannons below us. Okay, so the gimmick here, as already mentioned, is like each of these like Each of these machines have like a problem with it. This one, for example, eats the coin, and whenever it finally gets done eating the coin, it turns out that it's empty. So, can't get the kelp bar from there for Barnacle Boy. Okay, and like I said, each one of them has a problem until we finally get to the boss one, and then that one magically doesn't have a problem. So we are on, what is this, chapter 4, finally, which means that I think I need 90, golden spatulas. Now, I don't think that I'm going to be able to, although I can kind of show. Let me just shoot here a little bit. There we go. We got that last one. I can kind of show. I think this is the level that I like to get the 90 golden spatulas on. So if you're looking for a good level to do it on, this is definitely the one. Towards the end of this level, there's a bit of kind of difficulty with, like, well, let me tell you, there's a problem with every one of these levels where you get almost all the way to the end of it, and then you're like, oh fuck, I got hit by, I don't know, a spike, and then you're like, well, time to replay that level. And I mean, sure, the levels are all like, what is it, like 3, 4, 5 minutes a piece, but I don't know why I'm bothering to complain about a game that's as old as this one, but we're just talking here while I'm playing it after all, right? You're watching a game from that old, so I guess I get to talk about it now. So we should be about probably halfway through the level, considering we've got 50 golden spatulas so far. I tell you, I had made a concession as I came into this game, like to do a playthrough of it, where I was like, okay, you know, I'm just gonna have to come to terms with the fact that I'm not gonna be able to unlock the bonus levels on camera, really, and editing myself, like kind of collecting spatulas and save scumming and stuff like that. I'm like, that probably won't be all that interesting to people. So, but I mean, we're kind of at the end here, where, like, you know, it's not going to be that difficult to complete the level. Now, having said that, you know, anything could kind of happen. I could get hit by a wayward, you know, one of those, I think they're called like spider crabs or something like that. I also think that to the left here, maybe there are some more golden spatulas. All right, so we are at, wow, 100 golden spatulas. Holy shit, we got an extra life. How many does that put me at? 11? All right, easy. Oh, brother. All right, yes, sir. This one's empty too. So all of these little candy machines are empty, it kind of seems. And we should have unlocked the bonus level off that. Really, there's just going to kind of come a point where I get to the kind of the end-of-ish of this playthrough, and then I'll probably retroactively go back and complete the bonus levels that I haven't done yet. And I'll do that off cam, and I'll show me buying all of the little gifts for Patrick. So, the Ghost Train. This one here, I would also say you have a probably greater chance of dying on than the last one. And the reason for that is there's this one specific jump that's really fucking annoying. I kind of like that this one is, I don't know if I would call it Halloween themed, but it's spooky-ish themed. You know, it's got the jack-o'-lanterns, or I guess maybe the carved pumpkins more aptly, like in the air. It's got the Flying Dutchman and the kind of horror-ish things in the background. So that's that very difficult jump. I guess it's not as difficult if you're not really trying to get all of the flowers in this level, or the bonus points, but okay, we got that one. Shoo. You know, since the emulator or whatever keeps eating some of the sound effects, it's got me so worried. Okay, so we got 20 there. What do you think, audience? I guess I did say I would give each one 2 shots, so I might as well try that one more time. Even though we got very, very far on it, we are at 20 out of 25, and I will also have a lot of flowers left over from the last level where I didn't complete it, and still have flowers left over from it that I had collected. So, all right, moving on. That buzzsaw sound effect is not like loud, but it's very distinguished. Like all of the other things are like really canned, and that one's just like kind of like a straight buzzsaw. So, all right, so I kind of blew my wad talking about this level the first time we came through it. I don't really know much else to say about it other than, like I'd already mentioned, it is a very Halloweenish themed level. We have to avoid these, unlike in the Love or the Tunnel of Love one, where if we just hit them, we would just get kind of bumped back. This one, I believe we die if we hit the electric parts of it. So, okay, and then 2 more. Oh, that one's going to be another difficult jump. Coolio. All right, so we should have quite a few flowers to spend now. So we're at 54. This little jello thing is a 16, 20, 24. Let's go ahead and get a cake too. This is nice because I don't know. Patrick, of course, still likes that he got Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy's picture just in general at the end of the game, but it is nice to get him all the gifts too. Give him the best birthday possible. Okay, so chapter 4. Level 3, the graveyard. Now, I don't like this one for collecting bonus. Oh, excuse me. I might have to... Oh, my goodness. I don't like this one for... Oh, where the fuck did I go? Oh. Huh. Well, this goes as another point against it, in my opinion. I hate shit like this in this game, where there's little bonus levels, and that looks to be a grave. Although, it is nice that... So this level shouldn't be that long if you're going to be getting a bunch of spatulas in the bonus parts of the level. But what I was saying, god damn it, what I was saying was that I don't like about this level is that there are ghosts that you can just barely fucking see on the backdrop. So god damn it. I can't believe I did that again. I'm going to have to be more vigilant for those. At least it keeps refunding me and then refilling my jellyfish launcher. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I can't just be kind of negligent. Yeah, see, that one there is probably a bonus level since it's got just bubbles coming out of it. I really don't like those heads there. You can't hit these. They're fucking... The way that they move is I mean, probably not unpredictable, but it doesn't fucking make sense to me. Or it doesn't compute in my head. So, alright. So we got 20 projectiles, which would be... really nice in any other circumstance. God damn it. Of course. Oh, I had this problem the last time I played too. Where I just kind of, I think I fell into that 3 times before I finally got dude, just stop gunning it there, please. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't even guess what you're supposed to do here to dodge these. Yeah, because they just fucking track you so well. Whatever. And I think the same thing was happening as I was trying to run away from an enemy or something, and I was one of those things where you're looking behind you to run away from something, and then you're not even paying attention to what's in front of you. Oh, it's the skeleton thing that was giving me trouble. That's right. Cool. So here comes another one of these. This one is empty as well. And we're who could be eating all the candy bars? Well, we figure out in the next level who has been eating all the candy bars. Kind of interesting in this one, the levels get consistently creepier and creepier, which I think is the theme of, this is chapter 4 is supposed to be all about spooky stuff. So, last stop. Now, I really like this episode for SpongeBob. I think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people like the lamer aspects of it, like that guy who was blowing raspberries as a language. I didn't really care for that too much, but I don't know. I thought the rest of that episode was pretty funny. Okay, so we can't approach the machine from this side. We have to come from the other side, which is A-okay with me. I kind of forget. I know. Well, I forget. I know. That's all I've said this playthrough, right? That's the 2 buzzwords. Well, I forget. I know. 4 buzzwords. My bad. 2 phrases, 4 buzzwords. Final offer. No, I do think that we're pretty much going down and to the right to complete this level. Okay, so we got another checkpoint there. Let me take a look below us because... Okay, no, I can grab these. I'm not trying to get all the spatulas or anything. It also looks like I'm stuck here until I get the jellyfish back down here. There we are. All right. I should have did anything at all there. Oh, brother. Oh, well. Okay. Continuing on to the left. Now, I know I said down and to the right, but apparently that was just dead wrong. Oh, man. All right, we got a balloon here. I'm going to hold on to it as we descend. I'll hit this checkpoint. What do we got? I don't want to go to the left. I guess let's go to the right. The reason you might have seen me jump on those, and I haven't really addressed this until now, is because they're timed. So if I stand on them for too long, they will pop, those balloons, or the bubbles will. So, all right. So we got a... Oops, shit. I'm on things that hurt to fall on. Oh, if only I had the boots, right? Now, something I was curious about, but I didn't have an opportunity to test, was if... so those protect you from things that you stand on, right? But I was really curious if they also protected you from, all of that type of damage. So like if I also hit my head on something like that, for example, and I was wearing the boots, if those would hurt too. No clue. But it's an interesting kind of thing to think about. Like I said, I didn't have an opportunity to test it out. I do know that like side to side it protects you, so that's kind of interesting. Alright, so who has been eating all the candy bars? The Flying Dutchman. Now here's a guy that doesn't let up. He has a nasty knack of disappearing and reappearing as he pleases. A jelly launcher could prove handy, but then again, he is a ghost. So, okay, I'll drop the balloon. And we got the launcher, right? And we got a fair bit of ammunition for it. I think more will spawn if we need it. So the gimmick here is that the Flying Dutchman, like, will spawn either to your left or to your right. So the camera here, you're probably not going to agree with since you can't control it. There he is. Oh, great. Well, thank goodness I've got a lot of golden spatulas. Yeah, this level definitely don't want to be you don't want this to be the level that you need to collect golden spatulas on for sure. Anyway, as I was saying, he'll pop up to your left or your right. I think it's usually almost always going to be behind you. Oh, well, there he goes in front of me. What can I say? At least we only have to hit him 6 more times. I keep losing 1 spatula per time. There's some more ammunition. It's not that difficult of a boss fight. I like this area here because it's particularly open. I don't know how you would even go about dodging the projectiles and stuff. I feel like it's not very fair in terms of the time that it gives you to dodge stuff, but whatever. Maybe there's a better way to dodge it than what I'm doing. Anyway, not a hard boss fight. I also think that he's supposed to make like platforms fall and stuff. I don't know why that's not happening here. Maybe I need to be like further up. Maybe I shouldn't even be down here. I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. We've almost got this guy beat. Yeah, see, he finally made one. Maybe it was part of his attack pattern to make one of these platforms drop, or a couple of them. And I just didn't get lucky enough to get that on the rotation. Okay, so for this level, he doesn't like drop the thing that we're looking for like the other bosses do. Instead, we just have to ascend up this here, and yep, rock bottom. Very cute kind of graphics there. And we can collect the final coin, and we got a candy bar for Barnacle Boy and Mermaid Man. Alright, back to Shady Shoals, I'm sure, where we'll be given one last job to do by our men.
That's funny. Oh, I know.
Thanks, kid. Look, kid, Eminem has had a turn, the TV is broken, and unless you get the right tools, he's gonna miss his favorite cartoon. Can you help?
Does a snail meow? You bet!
Alright, so we've got our new job that we're going to be doing here in Chapter 5. We got to fix Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy's TV because it's fucked up. Okay, let's see. We've got the hammer. We got to get the hammer. Sorry, I'm just kind of getting reoriented here. I don't want to miss any of the bonus level shit, so I'm going to go through 3 of these levels at least, and if I'm not able to get the bonus level... We're going to see all the bonus levels, promise, trust me. I don't like this one for the golden spatulas. It's not bad. I just didn't kind of calculate it into my strategy when I was like deciding which ones that I wanted to do the bonus levels for or not. And like I just kind of elected not to do this one. The squids are pretty much like instant like, nah, I'm not doing that. I guess those like oil geysers aren't that bad, but I definitely wouldn't want to do that with the oil geysers. They're not the fucking problem. The squids are the problem. I don't like having all those like spider crab things. What's that? Murma? Not the Murma Lair. Fuck, what is that? Rayman? Is that what they call that guy? I can't fucking remember that dude's name. He's not really so worrisome. He's not like that difficult of an enemy. He just kind of walks left to right. He can get a little bit dangerous if you get like close to him. I think he has like kind of like a karate chop type deal. But all in all, he's not that bad. Again, it's the squids because I can't ever fucking predict their attack pattern. All right, so now we gotta find an aerial. Are we going down here? No, that would be fucking just straight death. Oh man, this game sometimes. There's the level exit. It is kind of cool because you need the item and to hit the level exit. You can't do them individually. So like I can't just collect the item and then the level ends. I also can't just hit the exit. Now, in some boss fights, it's, you know, you can split my words. You can split hairs with my words at some parts, but all right, Man Ray's Lair. That's his name, Man Ray, not Ray Man. That's that guy that everybody loves. All right, so this is once again not the level. Uh-oh. What the fuck? I will never understand how. Like, I know how I got hit. I'll never understand why I got hit like that. What an idiot I was. Yeah. Well, I'm not. Oh shit! And you can fall there. Oh boy, I got a feeling that I just kind of want to go down here. Let me drop that glove. Pick us up a fresh one. No, and I can't go down here either. Why? Here's a better question. How did I not struggle with this during the last my last attempt at this? Okay, maybe because I took it a little bit slower or whatever. Okay, nice, very nice. All right, so we're on this one next, and there's a checkpoint. Phew, thank goodness. Like I said, this level wasn't so, or this game, like, I just thought it was miserable as a kid. Just like, I thought the early levels were kind of fun. I think I would generally-ish beat, like, the first and second bosses, maybe even get up to the third boss on, like, a weekend or whatever. But I never, like, never got much further than that. And I certainly didn't. There were like some gadgets because I had the PlayStation book, which I don't know if you. I guess games probably still come with these, but they used to come with like little game guides inside of them that like told you what some of the stuff in the game does. Like it would tell you what the bubble wands and shit did. And I remember seeing some of the like gadgets and being like, wow, I can't wait until I hit those levels so that I can use those gadgets. Those sound really fucking interesting. But I don't know. A lot of the I never made it to some of those, and I can't really remember what those were because I feel like I know what all of the gadgets do and stuff. So I don't know. This is particularly difficult, not this level, but this chapter in terms of getting the golden spatulas to unlock the bonus level, namely because you have to do the level completely perfectly. You have to get wow, what am I thinking here? You have to get 100. Oh yeah, we can jump on this. That's right. It just looks like something you can fall on. We have to get 100 golden spatulas in whichever level that we decide to do it for. So I believe it is this third level. And if I'm not able to get it in my first shot, I'm just not gonna, I'm not gonna worry about it. Even though this is the only, this would be the only chapter and therefore like the only time that I'm not getting all 100 of all of the golden spatulas to unlock the bonus level, but I'm not that worried about it. Industrial oil rig. Okay, live 6. Not too worried about it. I don't think I died that much in this level. The flames that do come out of that thing, though, are insta-kills, so that is something to be wary of on this level. So another spider crab, very annoying enemy to deal with. We've got 15 golden spatulas so far. All right, we'll just dodge that. I'm not so, like I said, those are just insta-kills, so really at this point I'm just dodging them for my own benefit, not really so worried about the golden spatulas. It is interesting, though, like, how, it's not unforgiving, but, like, how fucking deadly this game kind of gets at the end of it. Like, Man Ray isn't like, that bad, I guess, but he's just another new enemy that you have to contend with that's kind of difficult. You've got all these insta-kills. You've got the new level up in terms of difficulty that you have to do on platforming. Also, with this weapon, I like that you can still bud bounce with it. So it's like, you pretty much have like a free attack now. Now, I think you maximize your run there, you can make that jump. And it's just like such a narrow space that you actually have to land there. Okay, so now we're headed for here. See, like, this would be perfect. I wish it would just checkpoint there and save my spatulas, because I was perfect up until that point. That's what I meant kind of by, like, it was really nice to have all of the, it was really nice to have all of the, or to have the save state, because, like, I've done this perfectly up to this point, so I shouldn't, I can't think of a good reason that I should have to replay all of that just because the game kind of wants me to. So this level, you have to play it in kind of a squirrely way if you want to get the all 100 of the golden spatulas. I'm going to show you how I do it. So we can get on this platform and then down to here, and then we run across this, being careful not to hit the jellyfish that goes up and down here. I would just be worried that the way that platforming in this game works, that it might force you to go up to the jellyfish, and then you might have a hard time re-landing on the barrel. You know how it is. Easy. Same way with that one. I was really trying to avoid that as best I could. Alright, so we have 10 launches with this jellyfish launcher. I don't... okay, I got it. We're up to 55 golden spatulas. Wow. If I somehow squeak out and am able to get all of the golden spatulas in this level, I will be extremely fucking surprised. Okay, so we that down there to the bottom left was how we progressed through the through to the wow, I'm getting in my head a little bit here. Sorry, folks. To the final part of the level. This level kind of takes place in 3 parts. So we did 1, 2. Well, this is 2 that we're on right now, and then that would have taken us to 3. But I'm going up here to collect the remaining golden spatulas. All right, a little bit to the left. Okay, we grab these. That's right. We're up to 73. Easy now. Come on. I'm getting in my own head. I don't know why, like, all of a sudden I'm just so nervous. I've had such a good time with this up until this point. I think it's because I'm like, you know, this is like my one shot to kind of get it perfect, but I'm not that worried about it, really. Okay, so this leads us out to the beginning of this level, and it's kind of where you have the most potential to choke, in my opinion. Just take this real easy. Just don't get in a big hurry about it, and you'll be just fine. So that's the beginning of the level where we had the... those little fire spouts or whatever that I was warning you about. Like, don't go up to the top left just yet. All right, so we're at 81 golden spatulas. That means that we have 19 left, but we're not out of the woods yet because we have one final part of the level. You might also think that with the fact that we only need 19 golden spatulas, that this part of the level wouldn't be that long or that dangerous, but it is kind of both. It's not that bad, but now I keep talking it up. Oh, great, and I accidentally took the elevator. Blah. You can end the level, I think, really, or like you can just grab that and exit, but we have to get the last little bit of the golden spatulas here. So, okay, I was able to escape. Very nice. All right, so that is flame. So we want to travel to the left and down as much as we're able to. Like I said, this is the fucking full Monty of levels. Probably the longest I will spend on any one level. You know what? I don't think I actually have to touch that crab, so I'm not gonna overly concern myself with it. You know what? There we go. I killed it. I'm gonna take a peek here, just to make sure that I got all the golden spatulas on that level on this side, because those little flame things don't let up. It wants you to go on like a very specific path, so don't fight the game, just take the path that it's telling you to. There is some bubble shit there, which we need to kind of wrap up this level. I'm going to shoot Man Ray. We're up to 92 spatulas. I'm going to drop my gun and use this. This is really cool. They've got a diagram in the background to show you what you should be doing here, because I think they probably were like, you know, kids get up to this level and then they're probably going to be like, you know, what the fuck do I do from here? So they show you what you're supposed to do. All right, so we only have to get 2 more golden spatulas. Now we got all 100, but we still have to leave the level. All right, so we got the oil and we're looking for a monkey wrench. Now, I think I'm gonna cut right here, and I'm going to go do the previous 2 bonus levels to completion, and then I'll come back and do Chapter 5's bonus level. I'll be right back. Alright, so I went through and just collected the rest of the bonus points in those bonus levels, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Chapter 4. So all that we have to do is do Chapter 5, and the reason that I'm doing this one now is because I don't have any worry that I'm going to miss any of the bonus points in this. This is just Snail Race. I don't think there's a way to die. I'm not sure. So another level where we have to protect Gary. I can't really remember if... Yeah, okay. So we need to hit this to knock it up enough to get Gary over to the other side. There we go, thank goodness. I I thought I remembered at one point. This is really neat because, you only want to pop 2 of these. If you pop 3 or 4, it's like over for Gary. Can't lift that. Those pulleys should do the trick. They must have had a issue with probably like testers where like they weren't, they weren't kind of getting this point, or getting this part. This one here though, if you rip too early on this, or you haven't been managing your jelly shots very well, you're probably gonna have trouble with it. Okay, cool. So we're into the fun house now. I think Gary can collect those for us. Let's take a look here. Yep, he's up to 6. Now, I can't really remember. Yeah, it looks like he'll probably get on this little platform, and then I'll raise him up so that he can get on the next platform. Cool. Yeah, like I said, I don't think you can die on this one. Oh, shit, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, brother. We might have to... Oh, lucky ducky. We got him down right in time, because Gary will just keep on going, which for us only means that we would have to backtrack a little bit, but that's okay. Alright, so that'll go up. I'm kind of alright with that. So this is a button, actually, that we can switch by hitting it. Now, the other thing that we have to do is let Gary go up, and then... Come on, Gary. I guess we have to step on it to activate it. Let Gary go up to there, and then we need to switch that so he's able to actually make his way across all the way over to where he's going. I guess we can follow him like this. It looks like he's collecting us some bonus points in the meantime, so that's nice. Hey, and he's waiting for us too. Or not like he has a chance or a choice in the matter or anything, but he is. We've got 2 shots left. I don't think we have to worry about using those shots for anything. We're down to the last 3 flowers, and for some reason I was thinking that we can miss the flowers somehow, so I'm just going to go ahead and make my way up here. I don't think there's, like, you're not going to miss any. I don't think we're supposed to be able to get on that platform that's over my head right now. We're going to go ahead and go up here, and I think we have to beat Gary to this switch up ahead so that he can crawl across it. We're like using, it's like a weighted platform, like a pressure plate. And cool, Gary eats his food, and we have the ability to buy all of the presents for Patrick. So the last one to get is a balloon and then some ribbons. There you go, easy as that. We have all of the gifts for Patrick's birthday. Now, I have to admit, when I played through this, I saved the last level for myself because I've never played this before. So this is actually going to be a blind playthrough of this final level, the canning factory. My thought process being like, even if this is just as bad as it can possibly be, at least it's only 1 level. And therefore, I also don't know the strategy for the boss. So you'll have to forgive me a little bit in that regard. All right, let's drop this. And this, again, is a canning factory. So I couldn't imagine that this will be a very long level. Guess what to see. Now, I figured that there would, like, make me kind of... Oh, shit, there's a... It's like a shredding thing below us. Okay, fair enough. I am aware that this boss should be unique in the way that we fight it, but I still don't... In any of the videos I've ever seen of it, I still haven't really understood what they're doing in that boss fight, because like I said, as a little kid, I, in the times that I could, like, use YouTube and stuff, I would be like, oh, okay, I need to figure out... I would like to see what the end of, Supersponge looks like. And, what the hell did I just... Oh, we're supposed to be going down here now. Okay. Must have went up for no good reason. Okay, and then I jump up here, and we got another underwear. How many lives I got? Ooh, 10 lives. Very nice. All right, collecting some more golden spatulas. And is that... Looks like we're going for that door. Aha, very nice. So we'll be jumping up on top of crates to get to that. All right, cool. And I wouldn't guess that we're even close to the end of this mission just yet. If I had to guess, this is another 3-parter. Again, don't really have any information about this. I'm glad that those aren't slippery like I kind of presumed that they would be. There's the next door that we're making our way towards. A golden spatula, but not much of a reason to be over there otherwise. Maybe this would be a good level to try and get all the golden spatulas on. No, and just like that, I ate my words. But my thought process for that was that these, like, instantly pull out from underneath you pretty much. My thought process for that was like, it wouldn't be that bad. It doesn't look like it's that hard to collect. the golden spatulas here. The only thing that actually kind of seems to be a fucking problem is, or I would guess that would be a problem, is the boss fight for this area. Alright, easy now. Okay. Oh, and even just hitting the thing, it still, like, does damage. That's kind of lame. Oh well. We have to be getting fairly close to where I'm supposed to be, at least. Alright, down here, I'm going to try to avoid that crusher. What do they call those? I've seen a billion YouTube videos where they crush random shit. Okay, the iron dogfish. We've heard about this thing, but never really seen one ourselves. Whoever heard of a dog living underwater anyway? I'd sooner expect to see a squirrel doing karate. So we didn't really get any tips there. So we freeze him. Okay, freeze him and then bop him, it kind of looks like. That seems sort of manageable. Hopefully this won't be very difficult. Oh, didn't mean to do that, but hey, it actually did kind of work out. So it does look like I just have to press these. I don't have to, like, do anything fancy with them. Like, I don't have to butt bounce them or anything. Wow, this could pan out to be not that bad of a mission. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's go over here and get some more. Oh, and he's shooting projectiles? What the hell? Alright, what was this thing called? A dogfish? Okay, freeze him again. That one I actually am kind of surprised that it took. Freeze him again. I wonder what the speedrunning scene for this game looks like. Because I'm sure that there surely is one, right? I'm going to hit that because I needed that golden spatula. We're down to the last 2 bits of life that it has. Nice. I wonder if it has been trying to hit me with a projectile while I'm up here. I don't know. Okay, so we are trying to freeze it one more time, and I knocked it out. Very cool. And there's the last thing I imagine we have to collect, and I'm going to let the final cutscenes play out, get our signature and everything, and I will be back in 2 seconds.
Anybody around here need a TV fixed? Nope, just force that there, hit that, twist that, put that there.
Congratulations, Spongy Blob. You earned this. Patrick is lucky to have a friend like you.
Gee, thanks.
Well, I've learned today that friendship is something that is priceless. SB is not such a bad sponge after all.
SpongeBob SquarePants! Wait till I get my hand on that porous freak!
Happy birthday, Patrick, from all your friends in Bikini Bottom.
Today's my birthday? Huh. I thought I was born a long time ago in a hospital. Thanks for the signed photo of my favorite superheroes anyhow. This is the best birthday ever!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Stand still while I take your picture.
Alright, what a game, huh? Very funny there at the end. Lots of good old SpongeBob jokes. I like the happy birthday thing. Almost felt like the congratulations that's at the end of, what was it, Evangelion? Neon Genesis, where they're like, congratulations, congratulations. They went through all of the happy birthdays, and even Squidward seemed to be in a good mood there. Wow, this is a very nice song to end on. Kind of reminds me of the Donkey Kong Country soundtrack a little bit. Yeah, cool. I'm glad to get another SpongeBob game under my belt. A lot of people really seem to like Battle for Bikini Bottom, the first one that I did. I felt like it was pretty high quality, even though it wasn't like, you know, the best. I mean, my playthroughs are my playthroughs. They're just like for fun and everything. And so I kind of hope people enjoyed this one as much, in that, like, you know, a lot of people were like, wow, I remember playing this game as a kid, and I don't know, I like the old SpongeBob jokes that were in this one, and kind of the effects that we got to see with the backgrounds and stuff, and as I had already mentioned, a lot of the 2D, 3D backgrounds. Very cool. Another game by THQ back in the day. I think they're still in business. I really can't remember, but it doesn't matter. We got to see all of the decorations there at the end, which wouldn't have existed if we didn't buy them, so that was really cool. That's my first time getting to see all the decorations. In any of the long plays I've ever seen, most people just kind of skip them. So yes, that has been SpongeBob SquarePants Battle Super Sponge. I hope that you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next week. Later!